Hello there, how are you today? I am back here on my Heritage farm, and we're heading back over to the flower department. I really want to see how badly this is about to mess up for me, and I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to have to be redoing a lot of things. It's a little depressing to think about. Okay, so where are we? What is actually functioning? I think up to the orchids were good. From there on, all of this is going to have to be moved. But here's the kicker. I mean, look at this. Okay, so we have blue orchids. I've got to get poppies, California poppies. That's 2 more flowers. There are 4 kinds of roses. That is making 6. Then all of the tulips. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Venus flytrap makes 12. Wisterias are 3 more. We've got 15. I need 15 more lines here. And because I have been putting gaps between the types, that there'll be 15, I'll be 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 rows. I think I am crude and tattooed, folks. I don't think there's 20 rows left here. Not even. Maybe. I don't know. If I'm counting correctly. No, I'm counting all wrong because the flowers are times 3. That's okay. So all right. Holy kaboli. Well, dang, folks. Time to start organizing. So if I got to pick up all of these first and just put them someplace else. Now they've been placed down in these haphazard, oh my God, they're sort of in the area where I want them fashion, because I plant them when I need them for a quest, right? You just pop them in, get them out of the way, and hope that it's going to be all right. But we get to get all our big money here off our Gabura daisies, and our crocus is ready again. And these 2 things are sort of special areas for me. They're just about making some cash, so they won't be in the regular rows with the other things. In fact, I'm going to put the crocus up in the in what I'm calling the herb garden, because it's for saffron, right? Oh, saffron rice. I can't even tell you how much I love that stuff. But it's a lot. I really love saffron rice. It's so good. So we shall put these. Why do I have just 6 more? Why not like a whole block? Probably because they ran out of room somewhere. But first, let's harvest. This is going to feel good. Ooh. 119 diamonds per. Now, I am going to have a look at something, because I always forget this part. Here, the 3 on the left are not watered. What are we going to get? We're getting 121 here. Okay, that's good. On the edge, we're getting 70. Was that correct? That was correct. So that is the difference of 51 diamonds per plant, watered or not. That's dramatic. That's pretty darn cool right there. I'm just saying, that is a pretty good thing. But the first thing we need to do is, now that we've had a happy day of harvesting, is to get these guys out of the way. And then we're going to have to pick up all those little watering bits, or just buy some more. You know what? I don't know. Maybe we'll just buy some more and use these over. Well, we're still going to have to move them because buttons. And we're going to put you over here somewhere in the place of herbalness and diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Yeah, this is almost definitely going to be the last thing I attempt, because God knows I don't know what to do with it. I kind of have an idea in my head, but I know it'll be like the fish. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. And the fish shouldn't have been. That was just me being tired. I record sometimes in the evening because you have things you have to do during the day, and then I'm streaming, and sometimes I'm in here after dinner at night recording, and I'm just tired. And I'm talking. And apparently I'm incapable of talking and walking at the same time. You know those people you can't walk and chew gum? Yeah. What can I say? 'Tis me. Oh well. And then these. Okay, this is going to be some nice cash here. We're getting 61,000 per plant now, times 9. Anybody want to do the math there? Anyway, it's a fair bit of cash. Now here again, look at the watered, not watered. So not watered, let's just have a look, make sure we're seeing this correctly. We are getting 61.8. I'm going to get out of here and just do one at a time, make sure we have time to see it. What is it? 37. Okay, 37 and a half or 61. So it's not doubled, but dang, it ain't bad, guys. You want to water your flowers. You definitely want to water your flowers. It's a great and happy thing. Some decent, decent experience here. What is that? 1197 XP for this. That's pretty nice. So you're going to level yourself quite well. You're going to be making some nice cash. We're now getting 62.5 per. Now we're getting over 63 per. Pretty sweet. Yeah, these things, when you get them up into, like 150 or something, the level, my God, you're making so much money on these babies. It's lovely. It gets really, really, really nice. I mean, you definitely get up to like over a million per click like that. Like it's pretty good. I know I've read on the internet, and probably it was put up in the internet. You read something and it was maybe true like 10 years ago, but it ain't anymore, darling. But it doesn't get changed, and you read that, oh, the red roses, and people are so excited about the red roses, but man, you got nothing on these. These are definitely the way to go if you just want to put some quick cash in. And I like it because I can log in once a week. And when you've got a great big pile of these, and I am definitely going to be planning a lot more of these than you're seeing here. Once the outlying areas here, these straight flat bits on the edges of my farm, we get the fish sorted, we get the animals sorted. Once these flowers are done, I got to deal with the trees. But then the inner part of the map, all those messy bits in the inside, there are sections that have got, some decent chunks of land to be planting in. And I'm going to be filling a lot of that with just these flowers right here. And the crocus. I mean, you put those two in and you just don't really have to worry too much about that day-to-day stuff. You log in twice a week and you'll have more diamonds and more cash. It's great. It's good. And now we have to move all this stuff. And of course, moving all those little watering things are going to be, I must have missed one somewhere. Where am I even going to put this stuff? It's like I have no idea. And I can only do it 100 at a time. Oh, yay. Oh, happy day. And I think, I'm going to have to go. Okay, we're going to go here. I'm going to place them up in the north here, and we will add a way shrine. I'll never be able to think of these things as anything else. They're just way shrines. And we'll place these babies up here for now, and then see what we shall see later. I probably end up having to move them again, of course, because I need trees up here too. So it's going to be great. And boring and tedious. And the problem is, once I start moving this, I'm going to be in here late tonight, of course, again till 3 in the morning, moving all those watering things or adding, all new ones, because I don't want these things going unwatered. If they're only watered half the week, then I am going to have, half the income. So that's not good. I'm getting the full amount because they've been watered the entire, their entire time. So it's important to keep them watered as long as humanly possible. We're going to place you, right here is good. And then we do it again. Oh, God. You know what maybe I should do first? You know what? I'm going to leave those for a minute. And we're going to get rid of these wisteria. We'll put them over by the yellow ones there. We're just going to get them out of the way. And at least we'll be able to move those golden poppies there and put in the proper red ones in this area. because those are the next ones I believe going in. I'll check my list. I've made a list and I'm going to check it twice. Actually, I'm going to check it 3 times so I don't end up missing that one row of flowers, like the fish, that require me to do it all over again. Although it really feels good now that it's, it's like done, right? It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Now, this is late going up today because I have, well, just, life. What can I say? But this will be up, and I've got another new game I'm playing that will be going online after this, which is really cute too. It's another, little colonization, building a new civilization, planting your gardens and doing your things game. It's like that. So it's nice. It's very cute. And that'll be starting today. I just started with the tutorial so I can show you guys around. And if I remember correctly, I had the game for a while before it was released. The company gave me a, part of one, gave me an early version of the game to look at before it was released. And I don't know exactly how much is going to be the same or changed and stuff like that, but I believe at the time, I think the tutorial just kind of continued on. You just kind of ended up, being dumped out on your own, saying, okay, now you're playing the game. But you had started some things, and you could just keep going from there. I don't think the tutorial just ends and you have to start a new game, but I'm not entirely sure of that, I'll be honest. I guess we're going to find out together. And if I had to, if it quits in a minute and we just have to start a new game, then that's okay anyway. You'll have gotten the tutorial done. And it has you doing quite a lot of building, actually. It's not too bad, so. And I've got a pink part up at the top, and then all this is pink too. Good. So I can just fill this in. I thought I was coming up here with another color going, really? Am I doing this for real? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Let's go back here, shall we? Keep a neat row as possible. So with the organizing again, all I have done with this is I'm putting them in alphabetical order. I am trying to leave spaces between them, and I'm thinking right now this big gap is probably a mistake, and I should change that now if I'm going to change it at all. But we have poppies somewhere, don't we? We do, right here, because I've got check my list. We have the 4 orchids, and then we have poppy and California poppy. All right then. So you guys are coming with me. And I will be putting poppies ahead of California poppies because the way I'm listing them would be poppy, nothing with, being the default, and then poppy dash California, which is the one that comes after. Kind of using their last name first sort of thing. Oh, I missed 2 wisteria plants. Well, that's good. There's 2 poor lonely little plants out there on their own going, but I'm all alone. So I've got my little lucky horseshoe on my tractor and went with 2 shades of green. This outfit, it really makes me twitch because here the pants and the top, the 2 colors are inverse. So you've got a light top with dark shamrocks on it, and then actually it is, the other is a light with a dark too, but they're different color greens. So I just took the 2 greens for my tractor. The hat, of course, that comes with it is a totally different shade of green, which makes me insane. We've got the little green shamrocks on our face. I've got the lucky horseshoe on my tractor, and of course all of my dogs always have the green collar. You can see them off to the left there with the little lucky shamrock. That's always the same. So because they're my little kiss for luck puppies, just like my Bella. Okay, and I only have room here for one more. So I know I've got some at the other end, and I should probably just go pick them up and save some cash. And it's like, I'm not gonna. Okay, so you know what? Because these are going to be at a different time, I should just harvest all of these so everything comes up at the same time. I think so. I know. Totally unnecessary, but it's tidier, okay? Now, it wouldn't have mattered. These things are only 2 hours, and there's no way I'd be harvesting here in anything in the next 2 hours. Because this is going to be my last recording for the day. I've got so much I have to do between now and the stream. It is utterly ridiculous. That sounded rude. I'm sorry. And I'm going to do the lazy thing and just be gone. But we do have the California poppies sitting up here, so we will move them. I'm not going to waste all of that when it's just right here. It will be fine. We're going to pick these babies up. And this is part of that, you know, that organizing process again. I find this game, unless you really like moving things, it's just, you know, to try and keep it neat at first is so difficult. You move all the time, and I do really find that gets, I did it the first time, and it felt good. I'm not going to say that I was unhappy with it, because it felt pretty nice. It was just fine to have everything neat and tidy, and I was moving along. But then you start realizing there's this coming, and you don't even realize at first how much you're going to be dealing with and how big this place is going to get anyway. Excuse me. And at some point, like when I started my second farm, and I worked on my first farm for most of the year, I think, before I even started a second one, which is, as you already know if you've watched this series, not a method I recommend. I really, you know, start 4 right off the top. Just get yourself 4 farms. Your life is going to be easier moving forward with events and stuff like that. It'll be so much easier to be able to plant limited numbers of things, you know, on each of your farms as you go. And I think I only put 1 more back there, can I? So I'm going to end up having to delete something. And I'd love to have double rows of the flowers, or, you know, longer rows of the flowers. And I might be able to make these like 1 block longer, but it depends a lot on the geography of everything else that's kicking around. And you are going to go in, get harvested, and for now, be set free into the wild. Yeah. So if I continue with the plan, the next one is the rose, the regular rose, which is whatever. That's the next ones. Do I have any of the regular roses? Not a clue. Where are the roses? Here? No. What's the orchid? What am I doing? Rose. Rose, Provence, Damask, rose. Plain old red rose. I don't have a single one anyway. So, I don't have to do anything except start putting these babies down. It feels good. Do, 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 do. And the damask roses are the next one. So that won't be too hard to shuffle around, except I've got way too freaking many of them for this particular garden. And what I have done is sometimes with you know, those big quests that you just have to wait for days and days and days to finish, is if I, you know, harvest the first row of flowers and then discover that I simply don't have enough of them, and I'm going to have to come back 3 or 4 times, I'll just plant enough for, you know, to be able to finish off the quest, and then just delete them after. It's not a great money saving technique, okay, but I have done it. When you reach a point where you've got like 2 billion gold, and it's like, yeah, whatever, you'll deal with it, right? It's all good. And then it's the Provence roses. Except, again, I've got so many of these babies. Oh, it's so sad. Oh well. I will harvest them before. We will put these back in here and harvest them before. This just breaks my brain sometimes, I swear. We'll at least get the cash and, you know, the ability to sell some for diamonds before we hold. Well, that's not wasting too many. That's not so bad. It'll be fine. And now we put in the Provence roses. Do I have any of them? I have 27. You know, I'm gonna save you guys the tedium of having to watch me go after them, and I'll just place these here. Except I don't even have a full row of room left. We've got to move more daisies. Well, at any rate, folks, this is the process. Aren't you excited? And at some point, I will have a nice row of flowers here. Now, I'll get the roses in. I'll get some of the tulips in, but not all of them. So I may end up, you know what? Oh, I don't know what to do here. Do I put part of the tulips here and then the rest up here, which feels like wrong in all the ways? Do I put the Venus flytrap and the wisteria here and put all the tulips together up here? Possible. It won't be in alphabetical order, but I can say I have a tulip farm. Work with me, folks, okay? Do I forget the roads and stuff in between and try to move everything around in the mad hope, which is probably not going to happen, that I would have enough room here, and I'm not. We know this. I'm not going to. Or do I just leave this back space here for something else entirely? And if I'm going to wrap my tulips around to the other side, then I, you know, put everything that comes after them up here as well, which is definitely an option. So, too many choices. I'll probably put the tulips just alone somewhere else. I'll put a couple little houses by it or something and just call it a tulip farm. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'll have everything else in alphabetical order, except, we've got a tulip farm up there, so it'll be fine. It's all good. And then back here. And I'm going to take you and plop you down somewhere else too, folks. Kind of going to be in the way here. Now, I hope, you have no idea how much I hope this, that these, these watering things will just line up somehow and be okay with the other plants, so I don't have to move the darn things, because it's painful and tedious picking those up, especially when you've got plants over. It would be a lot easier to do if I did not have the roses here first. But, probably it'll work out where I can just leave the vast majority of them. And then, I'm pretty sure that'll be fine. The Romanus rose, I got a pile of them. So those we're definitely going hunting for. And if I remember correctly, they are just like kicking around all over the edge of, there's the three yellow blocks I missed. I think the white ones are just sort of scattered here, there, and everywhere because I had a big quest for them and I had no room to put them in. So they're a bit, they're a bit for sure. I know I've missed one there, but if I get closer, I think I'll catch those tulips, and I just don't want to bother with it. Not for a single plant. I'm being terribly impatient. Mostly because I don't have a recording up today, and I'm really feeling stressed. It's like, oh my God, you're late again. I have this time in my head, which, has little to do with anything, but it's what's in my head, and if I miss that, then I get quite stressed over it. So, as I do, it's what I do, folks. What can I say? And at some point, and I've got 900 ribbons now, at some point every one of these flowers will be watered, like every single one of them. That is definitely on the cards. And I can't do these last 3. Dang. Dang, I tell you. Dang. All right, well. Oh, well. Then you will have to wait up here, and I will make you a row. I hadn't realized I was out of room there. At any rate, this is the process, right? This is all I will be doing. I will get the last of these, finish this row. I can pick up these little watering things in the middle and move them over to somewhere more useful. I will finish moving my daisies, and I think I might have room back here for the Venus flytrap and the wisteria, or I'll count it and see if there's actually room for the tulips. I'd probably not with the tulips, but we'll see. And then these will have to get moved at some point into their final resting place. And at that point, map, buttons, geez, pay attention, girl. Then we get them all watered up again right away. But first, we finish the roses. And yeah, that first farm, I did this sort of thing over and over and over, and it just gets to be like, don't even bother. It'll be a mess. It'll be irritating until you get all of the outside. That's all you need. You don't, I'm short one. I could go all the way back to the other part of the farm to get it. Or I can waste a bit more cash and do this. And this is working for me. So I'm doing that. So, yeah, I mean, just buy from your center spot straight out and then wrap around like this for your first land. And then, yeah, and then you worry about all the things you need to do. Now, for what is left, okay, what do I have? The tulips are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 15 rows, right, together. So that's, okay, well, that would just be a row of, that's the pink tulips. And then the next 3 would be the Frosteriana, the white ones. Then this is the dark Queen of the Night. This would be Sevilla. And we can't put the last one in. So this will definitely be skipping the tulips, Venus flytrap, 3 wisterias, because that will go. The Venus flytrap would be there. Then I leave a gap and go here for 1 wisteria, 2 wisteria, and then the 3 would go there. It's perfect. Okay. So those 4 will go in. The tulips will become a farm of their very own. And I'm done with this. Organizing flowers, creating the flower garden of your dreams, or mine, my dream anyway. Till I see you next time, guys. Bye-bye. And I hope you enjoyed the other little game coming up today. See you tomorrow.